Greetings and salutations to you all. I want to begin this video by apologizing for the late video post due to an illness I had. That said, the topic I want to touch on today is a need for a holistic approach to saving our jobs, which I believe can be achieved by networking and cooperation between unions, which would include the National Association of Postal Supervisors. I saw a video clip of the president of the National Association of Postal Supervisors Union speaking and expressing solidarity with postal workers that was impressive. I believe it was hosted by NOC. To be absolutely sure, the members of this union would also be affected and are probably more likely to be the first ones to lose their jobs, most of whom would be considered DEI hires by this administration, I'm sure. And of course, I'm talking about the members of the National Association of Postal Supervisors. Without question, there are supervisors we love and respect that earn the position they have, and not because of nepotism or whose butt they kissed or anything else of the sort. We don't want to be displaced, and we don't want to see them displaced. In the coming days, weeks, and months ahead, as things begin to heat up and protests erupt across the country, we'll see some of them marching on the front line with us because, again, the hostile takeover of the Postal Service will hurt us both, and by extension, our families, friends, and loved ones that depend on us. We've read about the struggles, marches, and protests of the past and still celebrate them today. But now it's our turn. This is not a fight that we picked or wanted, but it's a fight we must engage nonetheless to save our jobs, our communities, and our families. Needless to say that the current corrupt leadership in Local 7033 led by Annetta Davison is ill-equipped to lead us in these efforts, but we'll press forward nonetheless until those ballots are mailed out, and hopefully 2/3 of the members voting will agree to remove her and her enablers from office so we can finally have the representation we deserve and put an end to the irresponsible spending, misappropriations, and missing monies we've gotten from her and her administration. The Constitution allows for certain officers to attend the conventions and conferences, but considering the lack of trust and the breach of trust in this administration and the fact that the people you elected to audit the books twice a year has failed to do so, but every meeting they insult us by sitting their butts up front at the table as if we owe them something more. There should be a freeze of all spending on these conferences and conventions until an independent audit is done. We should not have to pay for Annetta and her friends to attend these meetings that cost us thousands of dollars, and we still get substandard representation from them, and that's being generous. I've already submitted the request for the return of every penny we paid the trustees for services not rendered, which includes the conferences and conventions they attended on our dollar. The trial board, to my understanding, recommended that Annetta Davison pay back every penny of the $3,080 she spent without proper authorization. Now, we must demand, whether in the general membership meetings or in a U.S. District Court, a full accounting of this whole disastrous and embarrassing event. We need to be able to trust the people who lead us, but that trust has been violated by the current administration, and we need each of you to make it crystal clear for them. Peace and solidarity to you all. See you next Wednesday.